Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day. It is hot as balls out here in West Palm Beach, Florida. It is hot, but we got work to do. Today, we're gonna put a little bit of work into the CRX. I don't know exactly what we're doing to the CRX, but we're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. Let's uncover it and figure out what we're doing to it today. And there she is in all of her glory. If you guys remember, if I'm not mistaken, my last video on the CRX was me working on this drip rail, I guess you can call it, trunk jam, which doesn't look that bad. Obviously, yes, I have to fiberglass those couple things there. But what I want to do, I think what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to lightly sand this whole entire rail. And then I'm going to spray it with some type of primer just so I could see where the really bad spots are and where the aren't so bad spots are, so that I know what I have to tackle whenever I work on this side again. I've never worked with fiberglass. I knew I bought a little like fiberglass kit. So like I said, I'm gonna sand this down lightly to try and get the surface rust off, and then spray it with a primer to see what we got going on, and then maybe try to put in that fiberglass and see if I can make it happen. And then maybe I can work on this back part of the trunk as well, just sand that down, get it like ready. Maybe move on to this side. So I'm just gonna do what I can, I guess, like towards the trunk side, trunk jam and whatnot, and yeah, just make little improvements, little progress, but we'll make progress. Now, I did tell you guys that I did get some new parts. Well, not new, used, but these are Integra DA spindles, or knuckles, if you want to call them, which I obviously am going to have to change out because I'm going K. So I need these guys, from what I was told and heard and read. I need DA spindles to go K because I'm going with the Type S axles, which I believe are 36 millimeter. So DA, and then I'm buying brand new hubs for it, and then eventually, yes, that's something that we're gonna be working on the CRX as well. Let's open up the container and see if I could find the fiberglass kit that I'm talking about. I haven't opened up the container since before I left on tour, so hopefully everything's still in good shape, in good condition, and everything is still safe. So here is the small fiberglass kit that I ordered and bought. Again, I haven't even opened it. Y'all can see, look, the tape is still there. I have not opened it. So it says it comes with the resin, the hardener, the plastic spreader, fiberglass cloth, and mixing stick and tray. So that's kind of cool. We'll open this up and see what we got. And yes, everything inside of the container was good to go. It was all good. I got no freaking primer, man. No primer. No primer. I might have to make a quick run over to O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Ow! Yeah, I don't know. I might have to make a quick run because I'm not seeing any of my primer. I got no primer. I swear I had some, but guess not. Just got back from O'Reilly's, grabbed some primer, grabbed an actual aircraft paint remover. That it's like rare to find those things anymore. But anyways, let's see what this one's like. 2-in-1 filler sandable primer. Again, once I go to actually paint the car, I'm gonna use the better stuff. This is just for now, so that things aren't bare metal. Yeah, let's clean this little surface real quick, spray some primer on it. So I went ahead and sanded down that drip rail again with 500 grit sandpaper. I went and got the blower, blew it off, pause. So now I'm gonna take some of this grease and wax remover, put it on a microfiber cloth, wipe it all down, let it dry. Then I'm gonna take my rust neutralizer, the liquid, spray it, let it dry, then put the primer on, and then see what we have to deal with the fiberglass. What else we gotta do. This is what I use. This is the liquid, the rust neutralizer that I told you guys that I use. It's supposed to stop rust from coming back. It's supposed to, you know, just literally that, stops rust, prepares the rust for paint. Just sprayed it all here with the same liquid. So I'm gonna let it dry and then come back and hit it with the primer. I might go ahead and hit this real quick as well with 500, get that surface rust off, and then spray that as well so that that doesn't keep on rusting. Let's go ahead and do that. 500 grit, and let's sand this down. I'm not gonna go crazy, I'm just gonna do this little corner right here. In actuality, I probably should have done it before I sprayed the neutralizer. But sometimes I get a little ahead of myself. Alright, I think it's dry enough. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with some spray paint and see what we got. Just a light coat on the first one. Again, the reason I'm painting it is to really give me a look as to what still needs to be really worked on and filled and reworked with either fiberglass or, you know, when we smooth things out a little bit more, maybe some Bondo. And that's the reason why I'm spray painting now. It's almost like a guide coat, I guess you could say, but not really. But you know what I mean. It's so that I can really see what needs more work. Sprayed it down. Now you can really see as to how much work, you know, it still needs. I'm not too like, oh my God, it needs so much. Obviously it does, okay? I know it still needs, but now I could really see where most of the work is needed, which is pretty much the whole, it's pretty much the entire drip tray, or whatever you want to call it, trunk, jam, trunk, track, whatever you want to call it. But now you see where I need to put more fiberglass. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put some more fiberglass on it and hope I do it correctly. I think I gave it enough time now to dry. It's pretty dry to the touch, you can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the fiberglass stuff a whirl. It's all a learning process, man, and I encourage everyone to do it. Give it a try. Take your time, watch videos, read forums, and just go little by little. That's how I'm doing it. I easily could have paid someone a ton of money to do it for me, but I decided it's gonna take a lot longer, but I'm gonna do it by myself, and that's what I'm doing. Little by little, every day I try to make some type of progress. If it's not every day, at least, you know, once a week I come. Obviously that's the videos that I put out. I come out and I try to work on the CRX as much as possible. I think I need to create a little workbench out here, because working on milk crates, it ain't it. So before I make the resin, I went ahead and cut like little strips of what I will need, what I think I'm gonna need, and this is what it is. Here we go. Every ounce is 10 drops of the hardener. So in my mind, I'm gonna think about travel size things that you take on the plane, like what's 3-4 ounces. and hopefully that's enough resin to do what I need to do. So let's see. I'm gonna guess this bottle is 7 ounces and I'm about halfway. So then that means if that was 3.5 ounces, 35 drops. Damn it, and now I need something to poke this with. Hold, please. I'm back. 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, I believe that's enough. That's about half of to what came in the package. So now they give you a little mixing. So now you're just gonna mix it, and then it says you have, where did it go? Mixing time, working life of 8 to 12 minutes. So we're gonna mix this up really, really good. And let's apply. Let's see how it goes. Kind of nervous. Probably be easier with a brush. And honestly, I might just go and get one. Let it flop over so it's not just all in the air. I'm really like pushing in as well so that it could really get in between the fibers. I'm not just applying it, I'm really trying to push hard, pause, so it can get in between all the fibers. I really don't want it to get into the tray again. This is very messy, unless I'm doing it wrong, but I don't know, is there a right and wrong way? First time doing fiberglass was kind of scary, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I'm sure that they make better kits. I'm sure they make better fiberglass patches that doesn't fray so much like this one did. But hey, I'm learning. You see the fiberglass, the patches that I did. So now obviously that has to dry completely in order for me to go back and sand it yet again, and then figure out if it's still gonna need more fiberglass or if I'm good to start putting like the thin coat of Bondo. But man, I'm not mad at it. I think I did all right for my first time fiberglass work. Obviously all these little pieces get sanded off once we get to sanding, but fiberglass part 1 for Flacco is done. Now off camera, I went ahead and sanded a little bit more here, sprayed it with the neutralizer, with the wax remover, went ahead and wiped it down, and now I'm going to spray that as well with primer. Okay, recap of what we did. Sanded lightly, hit it with the rust neutralizer, then we hit it with the primer, let it dry, then we hit it with some fiberglass and resin, and now we just got to let it completely dry, completely dry up. So we're going to go ahead and let this dry up and see what we got. Tomorrow, man, I might take a look at it and see. Let's see how well or how bad I did with the fiberglass. Guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. This is the end of today's video. We did some fiberglass work on the CRX. Hopefully it comes out good. Chase the dream, not the competition. Peace.